Have you ever stopped and wondered if maybe the best answers for dealing with, well, this complex modern world might actually come from wisdom that's thousands of years old?
Mm.
Like, what if the ultimate life hack, the kind that really changes how you live, was actually written down way, way before the internet?
It's a fascinating thought, isn't it?
Yeah, that maybe the ancients actually had some keys we could use today. Well, today, that's exactly what we're doing. We're taking a deep dive into something really quite remarkable, the profound teachings of Chanakya Niti.
Ah, Chanakya, a towering figure.
Exactly. For anyone who might not know, Chanakya was this ancient Indian philosopher, economist, royal advisor. I mean, a huge historical figure. And
Absolutely.
his principles on like running a state, ethics, how to conduct yourself personally, they weren't just theories. This was practical wisdom that helped build, one of India's greatest empires.
Battle tested, really.
Right. And what's amazing is how relevant they still feel today, even with everything being so global and digital. So our mission really is to take this insightful summary of Chanakya Niti, Wisdom for Life's Journey that you've provided us, and pull out the most important bits of knowledge, the real nuggets. We want to help you understand how this ancient wisdom can offer genuinely practical, usable guidance for your life right now. Cutting through all the noise, get to the timeless stuff.
Indeed. And the source we're working with today, it's a wonderfully concise overview. Very powerful, though. It really distills Chanakya's core ideas.
Right, because his original work was vast, wasn't it? Economics, politics.
Oh, absolutely. Espionage, statecraft, the works. But
Yeah.
this summary zeroes in on the fundamental principles, and what's really compelling, I think, is its holistic approach. It's not just giving isolated tips.
Yeah, it's not like 5 ways to.
Exactly.
Mhm.
It's about integrating fundamental truths that work together. It guides you not just on how to achieve things, but how to sustain that success with, well, integrity and resilience.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And as we unpack this, you'll see these aren't just like philosophical ideas floating in the air. They're incredibly practical, almost like a user manual for living well.
A good way to put it.
So we'll be looking at the power of knowledge, what Chanakya saw as our biggest asset. Then we'll get into identifying friends and foes, navigating those tricky relationships.
Crucial.
Definitely. Then we'll tackle wealth, handling it carefully,
Yeah.
ethically, and finally, bring it all together with time and discipline, which he saw as non-negotiable for success.
The foundations.
Okay, let's jump in, Chanakya as our guide. So first things first, let's talk about what Chanakya put above everything else, the ultimate wealth. Our source highlights this core idea.
I know it's gentle at first, Dennising it.
Mm-hmm.
It translates to the greatest wealth, which is never destroyed.
Ah, that's quite a statement, isn't it? Not just good wealth, but the greatest.
It really is. It positions it above everything material, gold, land, possessions.
So why? Why did he value knowledge so highly, especially compared to, actual money or stuff?
Well, that's the crux of it. Think about material wealth, money, property, things. It's as inherently vulnerable, isn't it?
Sure, it can be stolen, lost.
Exactly. Lost in a fire, wiped out by a market crash, just dwindles away through spending. Fortunes rise and fall.
Yeah, happens all the time.
But knowledge, once you've truly learned something, truly integrated it, it's yours. It's inside you.
Right. No, we can just take it.
No thief can steal it, no disaster can destroy it, no market fluctuation devalues it. It's like an internal fortress, secure regardless of what's happening outside. And what's more, knowledge isn't static, it actually grows the more you use it.
Oh, that's interesting. Unlike money, which you spend.
Precisely. When you apply knowledge, when you share it, it doesn't deplete your stock. Often it deepens your own understanding, it sparks new ideas, it even helps others build on it.
So it compounds, in a way, like interest, but for your mind.
Exactly. It compounds in wisdom, in capability, in adaptability. It enriches you intrinsically, making you resourceful no matter what life throws at you. It's the ultimate internal asset, always appreciating.
That really shifts how you think about wealth, doesn't it? It's
Yeah.
not about having stuff, it's about having capacity.
Mm-hmm.
So when Chanakya talks about Gan or Kanvidya, is he just talking about book learning? Or is it broader, like practical skills, emotional intelligence, that sort of thing?
Oh, it's definitely broader. Much
Yeah.
broader than just formal schooling or memorizing facts.
Okay.
For Chanakya, it absolutely includes practical wisdom, knowing how to apply what you know to real life, how to adapt, how to make good judgments, especially under pressure.
Street smarts meet book smarts.
Kind of, yeah. And it deeply involves understanding people, human nature, recognizing motives, developing emotional intelligence. That's key for interacting effectively, for leading.
Makes sense.
And critically, it's about critical thinking, analyzing information, seeing through spin, thinking logically. So this isn't something you just acquire and you're done.
Right. It's ongoing.
Exactly. It implies a lifelong pursuit.
Yeah.
Constantly learning, reflecting, applying, refining how you see the world. Growing in wisdom, basically, every single day.
Wow. So in his time, this big idea of knowledge, it wasn't just for personal growth, right? It connected to those core life goals. Dharma, artha, kama, moksha.
Precisely, that's the context. Knowledge was seen as the essential tool to navigate all aspects of a complete life.
Can you quickly recap those four?
Sure. Dharma is about righteous conduct, your duties, ethics. Artha is economic well-being, prosperity. Kama deals with desire, enjoyment, pleasure. And moksha is spiritual liberation, self-realization.
Okay.
Knowledge was the master key. It enabled you to make ethical choices, Dharma, manage resources well, Artha, enjoy life responsibly, Kama, and pursue deeper truths, moksha. It wasn't siloed. It was fundamental to everything. True holistic education.
That's powerful.
Maybe a modern analogy helps. Think of knowledge as like a universal operating system for your mind.
Okay, I kind of like that.
Imagine someone with really sharp analytical skills, great problem solving, strong communication, understands psychology systems. This person can adapt, right?
Yeah, they could probably fit in anywhere.
Exactly. Different industries, changing economies, new tech. They can handle it. Their money might fluctuate, their job might change, but their core capabilities, their knowledge, their wisdom make them incredibly resilient.
Because they can rebuild, innovate.
Precisely. They possess that imperishable wealth. They don't just know stuff. They know how to learn, adapt, create value. Always.
A mental operating system, constantly updated. And I like that. So it's not just what you know, but the capacity to learn and apply. So for you listening, how can you actively cultivate this? Not just consume information, but really build this inner wealth. What learning are you doing now that truly enriches you beyond just a job requirement?
Maybe it's a new skill, mastering a complex idea, or just setting aside time to reflect.
Right. Where do you feel that pull to understand more deeply? Chanakya would say the pursuit is the best investment you can make. Lifelong returns. Okay, so moving from our inner wealth knowledge to the world outside. Relationships. The next principle is so direct, so practical. Identifying friends and foes is the key to life management. This sounds serious, not just about having a social life, right? This feels strategic.
Profoundly strategic, and the key word is identifying. It's not just slapping labels on people based on how they seem at first glance.
Okay, so not just, he seems nice.
Definitely not. It requires real discernment, observation, looking beyond the surface. A true friend might actually be someone who challenges you, tells you hard truths because they want you to grow.
Right, not just someone who always agrees.
Exactly. Their support might be quiet, but solid. Conversely, a foe might not be openly hostile. They could be charming, seem supportive.
But undermine you behind the scenes.
Precisely. Subtle sabotage, spreading gossip, unfair competition, all with a smile. True identification means digging deeper.
How do you do that?
You focus on underlying intentions, character, values, the impact people have on you and your goals. Look at the motives behind their words and actions, not just the actions themselves.
Actions versus words consistency.
That's a big one. Do they walk the talk? Do their actions genuinely benefit you? Or do they always seem to serve their own agenda, even subtly, maybe at your expense? It's about developing that critical sense, that intuition, through careful observation over time.
Reading motives. That's tough. But the source calls this a key to life management. Why so critical? What happens if you get it wrong?
The stakes are incredibly high. Personally, knowing who genuinely supports you protects your well-being, your projects, your emotional energy. You avoid sabotage.
Makes sense. Protects your flank, so to speak.
Right. But it's also about building positive power. Strong, trustworthy relationships, true friends, allies who share your values, they are vital for success.
How so?
They offer real support, honest feedback, even the tough stuff. Collaboration, new opportunities. They amplify your strengths and help cover your weaknesses. It's a network of genuine support.
A safety net and a launch pad.
Exactly. On the flip side, understanding potential adversaries, overt competitors, or those subtle detractors lets you plan strategically.
You can anticipate moves, mitigate risks.
Yes. Protect your interests. Sometimes even turn a threat into an opportunity because you understand their game. If you fail to identify intentions correctly, well, you can waste immense effort, suffer emotional drain, face huge setbacks.
Chanakya saw this as essential for rulers, right?
Right.
Protecting the kingdom.
Absolutely. For him, it was paramount, and it's just as essential for individuals navigating their own lives and careers.
Thinking about Chanakya himself,
Mhm.
he lived this, didn't he? His success depended on it.
Completely. He was a master strategist because he understood people so deeply. Establishing the Mauryan Empire required him to constantly identify reliable allies among ambitious kings, loyal advisors in slippery courts, trustworthy spies.
While also spotting the traitors.
Exactly. He had to see through feigned loyalty, recognize hidden agendas, neutralize threats. His ability to discern genuine support from opportunistic maneuvering was absolutely critical to his political survival and the empire's success. He knew empires often fall from within.
It's a skill that translates directly to today, doesn't it? Like in the workplace.
Oh, absolutely. Think about professional life. Colleagues might seem cooperative, but have conflicting goals, maybe compete subtly for the same promotion.
Appearing helpful, but maybe trying to outshine you?
Could be. Their public actions are fine, but their private intent might be different. Then again, someone who challenges your ideas seems critical.
You might think they're an adversary.
Right. But if their motive is genuinely to improve the work or help you grow, they're actually a valuable ally, even if their delivery isn't always smooth.
So it's about getting behind the what to the why.
Precisely. That's the discernment Chanakya stressed, looking past the obvious.
Okay, so for you listening, how do you apply this without becoming, paranoid or cynical?
That's the balance.
What signals do you look for? Consistency. How people act when they think no one's watching. And how does knowing this actually change how you make decisions about friendships, collaborations? It's about smart discernment, not just suspicion.
Exactly. It's wisdom, not cynicism.
All right, let's pivot. From people to resources. The next insight tackles wealth. Wealth is important, but without proper use and righteousness, wealth can be destructive.
This isn't saying wealth is bad, is it? It seems more like a warning label.
Exactly right. It's balanced and pragmatic. Chanakya wasn't against wealth. He understood Artha economic well-being is essential.
For individuals, for society.
Absolutely. For security, family, communities, stable society, it provides the means to live, to pursue goals, to contribute. You need resources. He fully acknowledged its importance.
But then the crucial conditions, proper use and righteousness, or dharma. Proper use means managing it wisely, avoiding waste, investing intelligently, using wealth as a tool, not letting it control you.
Stewardship, not just ownership.
Well put. And then dharma, righteousness. This is key. It means ethical conduct, moral principles, social responsibility.
How you get it and how you use it.
Precisely. Wealth gained unethically through cheating, exploitation, harm, or used for harmful, purely selfish ends. That leads to ruin.
Ruin for the individual.
Yes, but potentially for society, too. It corrupts, it destabilizes. So a strong moral compass must guide your financial life. Without dharma, Chanakya implies, wealth becomes toxic.
That makes sense. It's the means and the application that matter most, not just the amount. But how does wealth become destructive specifically? Can you unpack that?
Sure. Personally, unchecked greed or unethical gain. It can really corrode your character. It can lead to isolation, losing your sense of purpose, becoming obsessed with just more. Fosters arrogance, entitlement, a disconnect from others. It can result in deep unhappiness, a kind of spiritual emptiness, even if you look successful on the outside.
An internal hollowing out.
Exactly. And then there's the societal damage, which can be huge.
Like what?
Wealth concentrated without ethics often leads to exploitation. Think unfair labor, environmental damage, corruption, financial schemes that hurt the many to benefit the few.
Things we still see today.
All the time. It creates massive inequality, erodes trust, fuels division. It can undermine the entire social fabric. The impact goes far beyond the person holding the wealth.
History is full of warnings about this, right? It's a recurring theme.
Absolutely. Ancient stories are full of rulers who got rich through unjust means.
And then lost everything.
Often, yes. Lost their kingdoms, respect, legacy. The way they got the wealth led directly to their downfall. It wasn't a secure foundation because it lacked righteousness. A timeless lesson.
And we see modern examples too.
Definitely. Corporate scandals driven by pure greed, hurting employees, customers, the planet. Individuals whose vast fortunes lead to personal crises, isolation, legal troubles. Because there was no ethical core, no sense of proper use.
They had the what, but not the how or why.
Right. It shows that real prosperity is more than just numbers on a page. It's about balanced values.
So, connecting this back, how does this ancient view challenge or confirm your approach to money and success? For you listening, what principles of proper use and dharma guide your financial life, your career, investments, spending?
It really asks us to look at our relationship with money beyond just accumulation.
Yeah. Building wealth, but with a conscience. Okay, so we have knowledge, relationships, wealth. Now let's get to what Chanakya calls the absolute foundation for success.
And
most importantly, adherence to time and discipline is the true key to success. This feels like the engine room. You can have the other things, but without these two, maybe not much happens.
It really is the bedrock, the engine, as you say. And let's break down adherence, Palin. What does it really mean for time and discipline?
Okay, time first. It's not just being on time, is it?
No, much deeper. Yes, punctuality matters, it shows respect, but it's really about effective time management.
Yes.
Prioritizing ruthlessly, knowing what's important versus just urgent, allocating your focus, your energy, your most valuable resources wisely, hitting deadlines, understanding that time is finite, opportunities are fleeting.
Valuing every moment.
Exactly. Recognizing that once time is gone, it's gone forever. Appreciating the power of the present moment to act. Understanding opportunity costs doing this means not doing that.
Got it. And discipline. Anusha-san.
This is about self-control, deep self-control. Delaying gratification, resisting distractions, which is harder than ever today.
Tell me about it.
Putting in the effort consistently, even when you don't feel motivated. Persevering through challenges. Staying focused on long-term goals despite temptations or setbacks. Sticking to your plan.
Doing what needs to be done, basically. Whether you feel like it or not.
That's it. Discipline is the engine that turns good intentions into actual results. It's your commitment to your future self.
You know, hearing about Chanakya's discipline makes my snooze button feel very judged right now. But seriously, this idea of discipline, it seems these two, time and discipline, they aren't separate things, are they? They seem interconnected.
Absolutely interconnected. Two sides of the same coin. They create a powerful synergy.
How so?
Well, discipline enables effective time management. It's the self-control that makes you stick to your schedule, resist procrastination, focus. Without discipline, your time plan is just theory.
Right.
And conversely, truly respecting time, understanding its value, requires self-discipline to use it well. One without the other is incomplete. You could be disciplined but waste your time on unimportant things. Or have a great plan but lack the discipline to follow it.
It sounds like this combination is really the foundation for building good habits.
Precisely.
Because success usually isn't one big event, right? It's small, consistent actions over time.
That's exactly it. They are the scaffolding upon which effective habits are built. And Chanakya lived this.
I don't mean though.
Accounts describe his daily routine as incredibly rigorous, meticulous. As an advisor managing an empire, strategizing, teaching, he had to be disciplined with his time. He understood the value of planning and consistent execution.
He wasn't just smart, he was systematic.
Relentlessly systematic. And you see the same pattern in modern success stories, don't you?
Yeah, entrepreneurs, athletes.
Exactly. They almost always credit their success not just to talent or ideas, but to disciplined effort over time, the grind. Showing up consistently, meeting commitments, pushing through setbacks.
Time is the canvas, discipline is the brushstroke.
Beautifully put. Consistent strokes, day after day. That's how the masterpiece gets painted.
So, for you listening, what part of your life could genuinely transform with more rigorous adherence to time and discipline? What small, consistent action could you start today?
Maybe just 15 minutes of focused work on a key goal, consistently protecting time for learning.
Imagine the cumulative power of that over years, building that fortress of habits. Okay, so we've covered knowledge, relationships, wealth, time, and discipline. Bringing it all together, the source sums it up. Ipanaredio hapi se faseke. Kacha naman bimien. Inubin machete o pese por amera wompe se puya panmen. Enambakama pi se acharame. Ima kachase pali. Imam pade insar Chanakya Niti teaches how to live life in a practical and balanced way. So it's not just separate pieces of advice, it's an integrated system.
Exactly. It's holistic. All the threads weave together. Knowledge gives you foresight. Relationships help you navigate the social world. Wealth provides resources ethically used. Time and discipline provide the drive and structure.
Each part needs the others.
Precisely. True life management isn't just being good at one thing. It's skillfully integrating all of them. You can be knowledgeable but undisciplined and achieve little. Disciplined but surrounded by negative influences and get undermined. Wealthy but unethical and end up miserable or destructive.
It's the synergy that counts.
Yes, the harmonious interplay, like a well-oiled machine where all parts work together smoothly.
Why was balanced living so important to Chanakya? His time seemed pretty extreme politics, competition.
I think balance was key to resilience and long-term survival. It prevents over-reliance on just one thing.
Like putting all your eggs in one basket.
Kind of. If you focus only on wealth without ethics, it corrupts you. Focus only on knowledge without action, you achieve nothing practical. Extremes, Chanakya saw, often lead to instability and downfall for people and empires.
So balance makes you more resilient.
Much more. If one area takes a hit, maybe a financial loss, your strength in other areas, like your knowledge or your relationships, helps you recover and adapt.
Like having multiple pillars supporting a roof.
Exactly. Not just one column that could crumble. This multifaceted strength gives you robustness, adaptability, stability through life's ups and downs.
I like the orchestra analogy you mentioned earlier, too. Each instrument, each principle has to play its part in tune at the right time for the whole thing to sound good.
The conductor needs to ensure that integration and balance.
Right. And this integrated approach feels very different from a lot of modern self-help, doesn't it?
It does. Compare it to the constant search for life hacks, quick fixes, shortcuts.
Which often just treat symptoms.
Exactly. They might offer temporary relief, but they often lack the deep foundational strength of these timeless principles. Chanakya Nidhi offers an operating system for life, not just a few handy apps. It's enduring wisdom.
Wisdom that builds capacity over time.
Pres-
So, the big question for you listening, how does this integrated framework empower you to navigate your challenges, your opportunities right now? How can it help you foster a more practical, truly balanced life? Which piece resonates most strongly today? As we wrap up this deep dive into Chanakya Nidhi, let's just quickly touch on the core takeaways again.
Good idea.
First, knowledge, Vidya, your greatest imperishable wealth. Second, the critical skill of discerning relationships, identifying true friends and potential foes for effective life management. Third, wealth important, yes, but its value hinges on proper ethical use guided by Dharma. It's a double-edged sword.
Crucial distinction.
And finally, the absolute bedrock, adherence to time and discipline, the real keys to unlocking sustained success and turning plans into reality.
And these principles, forged centuries ago, are just as powerful today, aren't they? They offer a robust framework for living well, personally and even societally, in any era.
They really cut through the noise.
They do. It's wisdom that truly transcends time.
So, a final thought for you to consider as you go about your day. In a world that often pushes for instant results, quick fixes, how much more profound, how much more lasting could your success be if you were really committed to mastering just one of these timeless principles? Pick one. Deepening your knowledge, refining your discernment of people, managing resources with Dharma, or cultivating rock-solid discipline with time. What would it look like if you patiently, deliberately built on that one thing day after day?
A powerful question to ponder.
We think the answer is there. Hold the keys to a truly well-managed, balanced, and ultimately fulfilling life.